Hello, Philip Jeffrey here. I haven't made a video for a while, but since this is, I thought it was sort of important to do because I've completed 3 cycles of my chemo treatment, so I'm halfway through my treatment. I thought it was important to sort of like give a video to look back and reflect on what is going on in my life. So to recap, Philip Jeffrey, I have multiple myeloma. I've had it for many years now, since 2006, and this is my 4th chemo treatment. This particular treatment is called Velcade. That means Velcade is a type of chemo, and I get 2 needle injections into my stomach, alternating each week. I have it for 4 weeks consecutively, and then I get 1 week off. Now, this particular week, we're leading into the fourth. This is the fourth. The 4th cycle begins this week, and end of the week, I'm going to have my needles in my stomach. So, looking back at these previous 3 cycles, it has been pretty rough. This has been much tougher than the Revlimid, which was my 3rd cycle, and also tougher than initially when I was diagnosed and I had to have those had chemo from my bone marrow transplant stuff, my own sort of cells, because those were just chemo for it was really intense for a brief period, and then slowly I got better. Well, this one overall, it's just a tougher because it's over a longer period of time. This is from February to end of August. I'm dealing with chemo, and it has an effect on my body with dexamethasones, making my face fatter and my body fatter. And I found that also can lead to things like being more tired and eating more, which isn't good because generally eating, I should try and like eat less and not trying to eat more, but the dexamethasone makes me always hungry. The big sort of point from these 3 sessions are the back pain I experienced during my initial cycle 1. And just to recap, cycle 1 started the next day. I had intense back pain. It was back and side pain where I was bedridden for 4 weeks. Really unbelievable experience. Don't ever want to live through it again. Moving hurt, thinking hurt, coughing hurt, sneezing hurt, doing anything led to intense pain throughout my body. It was really, really brutal. CAT scan found that the reason was in my thoracic spine there were some sort of abnormalities. Those abnormalities meant that there were cancer cells in my T7 vertebrae. The T7 vertebrae generally is like this, and when I went to when I actually went to get radiation a couple weeks ago, because that was the way they were going to sort of kill the cancer cells inside my T7 vertebrae, the radiologist determined that it wasn't necessary. What had happened was that the vertebrae was like this, was like that. The vertebrae had become flattened. The period of going from a circle to being flat was why I had experienced pain. And the way to fix that was be with cement and radiation when it is collapsing. But once it's collapsed, it's too late. You can't uncollapse it. So now I don't have pain because the vertebrae is all flat. No idea what that means or whether this vertebrae is important for me to... Obviously it's not important for me to walk because I'm able to get around everything when I'm in pain. But I don't know what it means to have vertebrae that's flattened in that sense. I'm also sort of worried about now, in the future when I feel pain, then I'm going to go and get radiation. Where am I going to be at that time? What's going to be happening in my life? Am I going to be wandering some street in, I don't know, a foreign country, and all of a sudden I have this like sharp pain? So that's what I've been thinking about, is that when will I have to get radiation, and what will be going on in my life that will put a sort of like a stop so that I could get this radiation on my spine. Also looking back on the past 3 cycles, overall I feel pretty positive at how my treatment's been going. The regular trips into the hospital have worked out okay. Taking my dexamethasone, my cyclophosphate, working out okay. My project of self-portraits each day to, in a sense, help keep me happy, help serve with the healing process. And because chemo's a lonely process, taking pictures helps keep me sort of like get out there and feel like I'm making a positive contribution, as well as I like to sort of educate people about my cancer, my chemo. So the self portraits are just sort of like to help me feel happy, and the additional pictures in which I'm photographing aspects of my cancer treatment, my chemo, is has educational value as well. And you can see those on my Flickr, TYFN's my username on Flickr, or on my blog fadedplay.com. So those sort of I find that sort of project is really important, and I'm really glad that I'm using photography and photographic images to share with others. Looking forward, 3 more cycles to go, and I'm cautiously optimistic that there won't be any sort of side effects. I haven't had any other problems, like the back problems, with the Velcade treatment, or even with the dexamethasone, which is a steroid, or the cyclophosphate, which is a chemo that I take 10 pills each week in addition to the Velcade in the hospital. So I'm feeling positive, feeling happy, and I'm just looking forward and thinking about what the next steps are when I'm done my chemo treatment, and how I continue to find ways, sort of like continue to share my cancer, and uh, perhaps help others understand cancer and multiple myeloma from my personal experience. So I will finish this video. I'll do another one probably at the end of cycle 4, which is 5 weeks from now. And stay positive, stay happy, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.